Hello, happy Friday Eve. It's Courteous Kelly coming to you live. I wanted to do a quick video just because I was watching a movie recently and I received some inspiration from the movie. There's a new movie out called Unholy or The Unholy, and just a little quick line from it. It referenced something, I'm going to butcher it, but it referenced something to the effect of false hope and false things, can lead to, false beliefs. So if you're blindly believe in something, or you believe something so much even though it's false, even though you're presented with information showing that it's false, if you believe that and don't accept any outside information saying differently, then that can definitely lead to problems. What that made me think of are things in this society. First thing, the prison industrial complex, the criminal justice system. If you believe in that without giving any thought to it, without assessing what the situation is with the criminal justice system, that leads to what we have now. I'm from Michigan. Michigan is a prison state. The prisons in Michigan have, an incentive to lock up as many people as possible, and that's because the prisons are private, they're owned, and their bottom line is to keep bodies coming in. Because if you have a contract and you're owned, you have to make sure that you're living up to that contract. They say you need 10,000 people, you need 10,000 people. So if you are motivated by maintaining this contract, that could lead to things in criminal justice where people are railroading the system, not given accurate representation, or, over policing certain communities, so that, you're finding people that are doing things just because you're spending more time looking. So a saying, you look and you shall find what you're looking for. So it just got me thinking, because my husband did some time inside, and some of the things that he would tell me, horrible. And it's one of those things where, as people, if things aren't directly affecting you, sometimes it makes you numb to them. You don't care. You don't have a reason to care. If you don't have anybody that's been incarcerated or gone through the system, then what would be your motivation to care? Prior to me being involved with this young man, I really didn't think about it. I had nothing going on that made me think about it. He's told me horror stories as to where they handcuff you and then beat the shit out of you. Like, he was telling me something about his TV. The TV he had shorts in. And I'm like, so what was wrong with the TV? Well, the prison has contracts where companies manufacture things that might have defects and they would normally throw away. Well, guess what? They have a contract with the prisons, and they can sell those things to the prison. Now, in turn, what those prisons do is they sell those things to the inmates at astronomical fees. And once more, the inmate doesn't even have an option of buying it anywhere else, because this is a monopoly. If this is what you want, this is where you get it from. If you're found with anything else, it's contraband. And it's little stuff like that that when you tell me, I would just be flabbergasted. I've never been incarcerated. I don't know how those things go down. All I know is that in the real world, that seems like some bullshit. It really does. And I also, I was recently thinking about the IRS, our favorite, right? Um, they say you pay taxes. I don't pay taxes. The only tax I pay are sales taxes. Those are taxes that, you go to the shelf, you see something's $1, 6% sales tax, it's going to be 106 when you purchase it. Taxes are taken out of my check. I don't pay taxes to the government. They take the taxes, and they do it whether you want them to or not. I read an article, and just follow me for a moment. Imagine this. Imagine you got a bum on the street that's in dire need of medical help, right? And let's say you've got millions. You could choose to help this bum if you want to, but for whatever reason you don't want to. This is your money. This is the bum's life, and your outlook on this is, hey, you made these choices, go ahead with them. But let's say there's somebody standing next to you and they say, nah, you got the money, take it. Take that money, give it to the man. Let's say you don't want to do that. Let's say this person next to you says, no, well, I'm going to take this money from you and I'm going to give it to the man. You're like, nah. What if it wasn't just one person? What if it was a couple people? Well, instead of it being a couple people, what if it was a mob of people? What if this mob of people got together and they created an entity that would take the money from you to give to this bum? Whether you want to or not, this entity now feels that you have the money, so they're going to take that money and give it to the bum. Is that right? I believe the title of the article was Legality Over Morality. Just because something is legal doesn't necessarily mean that it is morally right. And in this world, I find there are so many things that fit this profile. So just as a brief summary, that's some of the things that I'm going to be bringing to you to discuss, and just just thought-provoking conversations. This is not something that I'm not motivated to just talk. I want to engage and get conversation. So I definitely want you to leave comments. How do you feel about this? Do you know somebody in the prison system, in the criminal justice system, that can back up some of the things I'm saying, some of the things you've heard stories about? Do you feel where I'm coming from? Morality versus legality. Just because something's legal, does that make it morally right? Slavery at one point was legal, right? What they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma, clearly that was legal. They did all that stuff and wiped it out the history books, because you might not even know about that, but it's coming up on the anniversary. There are going to be some programs that are highlighting exactly what happened. All that stuff was legal. And all these questions make me think, like, okay, so I'm supposed to follow the system? Like, there are all of these things throughout the history that we know have happened, that we know that after the fact it's like, okay, well, that was wrong, that shouldn't have happened. But right now, as we're living through this, am I supposed to be the one that really, follows this stuff? Is it supposed to really rattle my spirit to get me to, blindly step in line and do what the masses do? I don't think so. So, got some dogs in the background. They must want me to end this really quick. So, I just want to know what your thoughts are about that. What things have you noticed that in society, it's just the norm? It's popular culture to accept. But if you take some time just to think about it, it makes you say, hey, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that should be that way. Should that really be handled that way? I just really want to know what you think. The purpose of this channel and all the videos I upload are just to provoke thought-provoking conversations. I want people to leave stuff in the comments. I want you to pose questions to me. Are there things that you'd like to get my take on? Let me know. It's a community. It's for that. I want people to engage. So I want to thank you so much for listening to this video. Don't forget, if you like what you're hearing and you're anxious to see more thought-provoking topics come across, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, so that when I do upload videos, you are notified and you can take a look at them. My goal, I'm just now getting into this, but I want to start with at least 2 videos a week. We've got 1. This is the first for this week. But I definitely look forward to hearing what your thoughts and comments are. This is Courteous Kelly signing out. And remember, all you need is love. Thank you. In closing, I'm going to leave you with a cute little video for my little guy. The voice in the background you'll hear, of course, won't be him, but it's hubby giving him a little voiceover. So enjoy that. Have a great day.
Hey, Auntie, when you get this message, call me, because you ain't called me all week. I ain't even seen you. Where you been at, woman? You feel me? We miss you around here. Hold on, I gotta go. I think I just took a doo-doo. Daddy?